Now we'll turn to Abu Dhabi, where the police has detained 3,000 Indian workers at an undisclosed location.
Well, they have been charged for rioting. Workers of the Ras Al Khaimah ceramic unit of the Emirates protested against the poor quality of food being served to them. They were arrested on charges of indulging in arson by burning vehicles and destroying furniture. This is the first time that the UAE army has been forced to take action against Indian workers, and all those found guilty of the crime will be deported back to India after serving their prison terms. The Indian government is trying its best to get the workers released. Well, let's speak to Mr. Talmiz Ahmed, who's the Indian ambassador to the UAE, and he joins us now on the phone line from Abu Dhabi. Mr. Ahmed, thank you so much for speaking to us. First of all, can you give us an update on the situation of those workers at this point, and where have they been taken?
As you reported, there was a riot at a construction site, not a ceramic factory, a construction site at Ras Al Khaimah, in which Indian workers were involved. It appears that some of them were inebriated. They indulged in violence in their mess, complaining about food. The violence escalated, and when the security authorities tried to control them, I think there was a violent interaction between them, and buses were burnt. I understand that the entire work site has been arrested, which is about 2,300 workers. They have been taken to various prisons through the UAE, and investigations are going on to identify those who had indulged in violence.
Right. Of course, this is not the first time that Indian workers in the UAE have protested, but it is the first time that the army has been pressed into action there, and they've all been detained. But what is being done to improve the condition of working for those people there?
There is an automatic belief that somehow the workers were in the right and the authorities were in the wrong. This is not the case at all. No government is going to tolerate violence on their territory, particularly by foreign people. And my own information is that there was really nothing wrong with the food being provided, and in any case there was an Indian contractor. What I'm looking at is to see that we prevent such events.
Are you saying that all these 3,000 Indian workers there were at fault? Are you going to do anything
No, that
to
is
help
not
them?
the case at all. I had said that these are investigations going on. It is difficult to know who were actual rioters and those who were innocent. The effort that is being made as of now is to identify those who had actually rioted. This has happened before, and we have been participating in these investigations in the past.
But what are you going to do to help those people there?
No, that is precisely what we are doing. We are trying to identify those who were innocent so that they can get on with their jobs. In this, we are being fully supported by the authorities concerned at the construction company as well as by the local government.
Any idea by when they can be freed, at least those who were not directly responsible?
I think this is a very huge investigation. Wherever several hundred people are involved, it's a very tedious effort to interview various groups of them to identify who was at fault. These are very complex situations. It's not necessarily linked with working or living conditions. I do admit that sometimes these can be improved, but in this particular case, that was not material to the situation.